So what's up guys, it's Marissa and I'm back with another video, and I'm sorry that I've been lagging on videos lately. For today's video I wanted to do a first impression slash review on the Beauty Treat concealer palette, contour and conceal palette, and it has 10 cream colors, and I just went out and bought this, and it's kind of like a cheapy one, so I want to test it out using 5 different tests to see how good it is. So I'm going to be testing it on the price, and I'm going to be testing it on the color payoff, on the blendableness, how easy it is to blend and stuff, and how the cream like sets with a powder, whether it becomes like patchy or cakey or if it looks muddy and stuff, and just like basic things like that. And I'm going to be rating them all on a scale of 1 to 5 because I think it seems fair enough. And then I'll tell you guys at the end if whether this is worth it or not. First thing that I'm going to tell you, the price was $5.99. So for price, it definitely gets a 5 out of 5 because this is pretty cheap, and it comes with, let me take it out of the package. I don't know why I saw it in the package. So this is how it looks when it comes out. It looks pretty nice and decent, you know, it's like, yeah, that's how it is. And so it comes with 10 different color shades. They're pretty nice, you know, they're pretty warm, neutral, and then like, I think it comes with a good variety of colors for different shades and tones. Except for in the dark range, there's literally only 2 colors that are really dark. I'm going to start contouring and highlighting and stuff, and let's just see how this palette works out. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in. I'm gonna start contouring my face and stuff, and yeah, I think that's good. Move the camera, we're all good, we's good. Now that all of my makeup's off and I look like gross, I'm going to go ahead and put on a primer. Okay, I'm gonna use my Ulta Fabulous Face foundation primer. It just looks like this. So I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. brush to just apply it on my face first. I don't know what color to use to highlight. I don't know. They look so glossy. Like, I don't know if you can see like how glossy they look. Do you see that? I don't know. They look really glossy. Looks pretty cool. So I think I don't know what color to highlight with, guys. Come on, tell me. I'm just gonna highlight with this color right here because it looks about right. I need a mirror, so I'm gonna unattach this and use it because I need it. I'm just gonna highlight with this. So yeah, I'm just gonna create a triangular shape underneath my eyes, you know, the basics that everyone else does. So it's pretty thick. I'm not gonna lie, this is really thick. It's a little bit streaky when you put it on, but I think it's pretty decent. I feel like you guys can't see, so I'm gonna zoom you in just a little bit. This color is probably a little bit too light for my skin to highlight with, but I'm always good with it. So yeah. Color payoff, I'd say definitely, well, as in for highlighting, the highlight shade, it's pretty decent. I'm not gonna say it's like the most best thing in the world because it's, I mean, this is pretty bright, I'm not gonna lie, and it covers up pretty nicely. So I'd say that's pretty good. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight the other side. Okay, now I'm gonna go in, I'm just gonna highlight my forehead. And if you have a smaller forehead, you're gonna want to put more highlight, and if you have a bigger forehead, you're gonna want to put less of a highlight. And so since I have a small forehead, I'm going to go ahead and apply more highlight. Okay, now I'm just gonna put some on the bridge of my nose, just the basics, you know, just like regular. Oops, that is so crooked. I suck at contouring and highlighting. Like, it's not that difficult, Marissa. Just get the line straight, Marissa. I'm going to highlight right underneath where the contour for the cheekbones would be. So just right there, and I'm also going to do it right on the sides of my face. And when you have a rounder face, you want to kind of make sure that most of the lines are kind of going in a vertical motion, because it'll make your face look just more smaller and thin, as if your lines were kind of going all straight like this. You know, it'd give the more impression of your face being more rounded. So make sure all your lines are kind of going in a vertical motion, kind of. So yeah, I'm just making sure that all my lines are going vertically downwards, you know. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this one right here. I think that's dark enough to go in with. So I'm gonna use this color to contour. Pretty decent. I think so, at least. And you're gonna want to do the same procedure. Make sure all the lines are kind of going vertical down your face. So I think it's a little too light. Yeah, that's too light. So I'm gonna go in. So now I'm going with the darker contour. So they definitely do not have a good variety of dark colors for contouring. Okay, so yeah, this one's pretty decent for me. So I'm gonna make sure my lines are going vertical across my forehead to just make my face look more slimmer and stuff like that. And I'm going to go ahead and contour my cheeks, making sure the lines are vertical. Okay, so now that I applied it all, I'd say the color payoff is about like 4. Well, like, yeah, like I'll give it a 4 out of 5, because I did keep applying more and more, like, frequently. But I could tell, like, the first layer that I put on, it was kind of like sheer medium to full coverage. So definitely a 4 out of 5 for the color payoff. And now we're going to go in with the see how well it is to blend, and I'm going to be using this, I don't know, sponge. I don't know if I should call it a beauty blender, because it's just like, I'm going to go in with this beauty technique sponge, whatever, and I'm going to go ahead and start blending it out. Oh wait, no, I forgot to contour my nose. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so I went in and I contoured my nose already, because I can't believe I completely forgot to contour my nose. But yeah. So now I'm going to go ahead and start to blend it in and see what we do there. I'm going to use the pointy side to blend out the concealer and the bottom side to blend out the contour, just so I won't mix the colors in together. So as of just blending the highlighting, it actually blends really nicely. I was surprised that it was so quick. It literally took me like 2 minutes to just blend it all out. It blended really nicely. There's no streakiness, no patchiness. I'm pretty surprised by how well it blends. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just blend out the contour, and yeah. Okay guys, I'm back and I finished the rest of my makeup. I put on blush, I set everything, I put on bronzer, you know, I did my makeup and blah blah blah. And if you want to know, for the powder, I use my Fit Me powder in Natural Buff 230. And for the bronze and blush, I use this mini Ulta palette, and I use the bronze and the blush color on that. For the bronzer, okay, so let's go on to the 5 test part, where it's, you know, how it applies with powder, like the contour applies with powder. I'd give it a 5 out of 5. It applied regularly. It was nice, you know, everything just kind of blended in all together and everything. Am I too zoomed in? I feel like I am. Okay. Everything just kind of like blended together and stuff. So yeah, oh my god, my hair is crazy right now. It blended really nicely, you know, I got full coverage, definitely full coverage. It doesn't look cakey, it looks clean, smooth, and nice and sleek, and I love it so much. So I have an overall score for the palette. I'd give it out of a 10, because I wouldn't say 5 because there's not too much numbers to pick from, but out of a 10 for the contour palette, I would give it a 7.5. Honestly, that is pretty good for a cheap contour and highlight palette. And so yeah, and it has good decent variety of shades except for the contour part, which needs a little bit more shades. But other than that, it's a good palette and cheap, and it's affordable. And yeah, so that's my first impression / review for this concealer palette. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for next video because I have a big surprise for you guys, and I'm so excited to finally announce it. Go add me on my Snapchat because I will be telling you guys that surprise on my Snapchat, so go ahead and add me on there. And yeah, can't wait for next time, and